like a little, like a decade or so, but I'm back. I'm excited. I'm now with Yale Radiocast, so I'm excited about that. My little big bro, the Wonder Twin. You know, that's what we do.
Wonder Twins activate.
Yes. So we in the building, man. This is a show. Just pay attention. So I'm a little different than what I was when I was with the other radio show. Yeah, but no, it's to those. So but anyway, I'm a little different.
Well, shout out.
Yeah, big shout out. A to the U to the M and the A.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. So my show is a little different. We used to be a little litty, a lot of litty. Was we a lot of litty? A lot of litty. But now I've calmed down. I've come into myself and my spirituality. So we're gonna get into that because I think Corona shut us down and realize who we truly were, or are, or going to be. Right? So it started to my spirituality, for anybody to really be honest with you, actually started at birth. We all are spiritual. We were born spiritual, right? And we have human experiences. Everybody's heard of that. So, but you don't know you're on that trail until something happens to you traumatic, right? Now, as we're going through as kids, of course, naturally, this is the beginning, y'all. We have our little fights, right? We got a toxic cousin or a toxic grandma or father or whatever. And we don't even realize that we're even in that path until we get older to feel deeply. And then something happens that you're just blown away with. And then you notice that, hey, these things are happening to me for a reason. And my pockets are always empty. I'm always getting into some drama. I'm always having accidents or what have you. And all the while, you're being shaped to take you to a direction where you're supposed to be. And so this is what divine timing is. It's my story and other people's story that we'll have on a special guest. And we'll just break it down to really see how in divine timing that we actually came to be who we are. Okay. So if you have any questions about, spirituality, feel free. But I will tell you that my path is not your path. So how I practice is different than anyone else's. I'm excited to bring this to you. It's like story time with Sage. And I'm going to be transparent. If you don't know anything about me, I keep it 100. I keep it transparent. So we're not going to say keep it real because real's for fakes. We hear that all the time. But I'm going to give you the truth about how I got onto this path, how I was directed here, how I love it here. And y'all might get some tears, some laughs, some hiccups, some burps. But you're going to enjoy the show because it's going to be real life stories, real people, and real situations. Okay, so we're going to get back into some music. We're going to be back. Make sure you call in and talk to your girl. Show some love to Yale Radiocast 678-586-9241. We'll be right back.
I prayed through the depths of the pain. I became unbreakable, can't be detained. Try to come it down, still I sustain. Metaphysical dream, yet I seen. Giving everything I could for my team. Been there, done that, wouldn't believe. Try to come it down, still I succeed. Those stitches with the plain, those stitches. Ain't you been doing this, 10 those stitches? Where you come from, where back now stitches. They ain't wanna see you shine, but you got you stitches. But I say those stitches with the plain, those stitches. Ain't you been doing this, 10 those stitches? I have what you have, but them pretend those stitches. They ain't wanna see you shine, but you got you. I get a face when they died, but I know my daddy be proud and better kill me when mama said my life was the worst. And I know that patience is a virtue, and I know that I won't stop till I break through. But it feel like a blessing and a curse too, cause I won't quit. I had to take the long road. I had to take the long road. I had to take the long road. I had to get the long road. I know that one day we gon' shut it. One day we gon' shut it. See, one day we gon' shut it. I say that one day we gon' shut it.
Divine Timing with your girl Sage Marie Yukio Blue. I am your energy witch. And let me tell you how it all got started, okay? So, like I said, we are all born spiritual, right? And for me, it was grandmother, who was basically like, I was telling her about the things that I was experiencing. And we all have experienced. We all have seen a spirit, which we would have called it ghost. We all have felt something different in a room, or we all have had an intuition or a nudge or something about what has happened or something's about to happen. When you be sitting here thinking about somebody and they call you, that's intuition. That's a little bit of psychic ability. So we all have that, the knowing. As I was growing up, I actually predicted a lot of little things that happened, and people was like, you're a little weird. And of course, naturally, I'm a whole weirdo, but it's okay. My grandmother told me I was born with a veil over my face, and I was like, okay, I got to more than that. And I was always drawn to what they call the dark side. But the more that I've studied it, it's nothing dark about being spiritual. It's nothing dark about Ifa. It's nothing dark about voodoo. It's nothing dark about Santeria, Kambele, none of that. It's nothing dark about Wicca and practicing as a witch. So as I got older, I started still having feelings and still drawn to what they called, again, the dark side. So I started wondering about little things that I felt in my mom's house. All my kids have seen the spirit in my mom's house. And I started to ask her because, we originate from Louisiana, Haitian Americans. So I started to ask about why are we able to see things that is in this house or feel things. And I want to know who on our side of the family had those situations. But fast forward, this is how I really got started. In 2015, D, when my ex-person passed away. Extremely extraordinary person. And well, before that, there was someone else who passed away, but it wasn't a jolt for me. It wasn't a jolt. I didn't actually get to see this person pass away in my face. It was a call, but I felt that. But the jolt was having death and seeing it in my face. So I was like angry with our God for a very long time, not realizing that I had been running for a long time from my own calling. So she was basically there for me to get in line, and for a very short period of time. I'll tell you that story time about that later. But how she became a part of my life. It's very interesting.
Pimpin' Slim. Shout out to Pimpin' Slim. Welcome to the Yale ENT family.
All right, shout out Pimpin' Slim.
What Slim don't even understand is, family kind of started with us, right?
Right.
So appreciate it though. Shout out to a boy Slim, man.
Okay, shout out to you. But yep, so she passed away right in front of me. Actually called out my name. So that was the last thing I heard in her voice was my name. When she passed away, like I said, there was no understanding. I didn't know why this was happening to me. I questioned religion at this point. I questioned everybody and anybody. The day that she did pass away, we wear contacts. Me and her wore contacts. And she loved blue contacts. And as we went to the hospital, the doctor let me back there to see her. She had contacts that we thought in her eyes. Her mom said, "Can you remove those for me?" And the doctor said, she doesn't have blue contacts in her eyes. So I don't know how that even happened, but it was a significance of a picture that we took. And well, maybe one day we'll share it. But anyway, yeah, there we go. There she is right there. Those blue contacts. When she passed away, those contacts were not in her eyes at all whatsoever. And this is her. And she was an earth angel, and I didn't realize that.
Right.
At all.
Remember how I used to always say, I want.
You wish you had one of her.
I had one of her.
You wish you had one of her.
Oh man.
And because she was such an angel. There you go.
I remember making this flyer.
For her birthday. She started me on my journey to recognize, to love people while they are still alive. Because if you knew me before now, I can stand in my own shit today. I can say that. Can I say that?
Yeah.
I can stand in my own shit. I was so emotionally unavailable, so angry, so mean, so out of touch, so egotistical. I was away from people. Like, I didn't care how you felt about me. I still don't care how you feel about me, but in a different sense. I didn't care. But this person came in my life as another person. And we'll get into story time at another time. But she came into my life as another person. And she taught me to love people while they are still alive. And that night that we went home, I took her phone and I placed it, because I had so much company that day, right? That night. I took her phone and put it underneath some phones so nobody would grab it. If they was going to grab it, they would grab mine. For some reason, something flickered at night. It flickered, and right where she passed away at, her phone sat there. And I freaked out. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So I got out the bed and I laid right where she was, where she passed away at, and it was super cold. You know, and then I felt anger from her because, well, I'm transparent. Someone wasn't supposed to be there that she didn't agree with. And she told me, she said, hey, once you're done, I am going to finally leave. Once that person is out your life, I'm going to finally leave. But I didn't pay attention to the words. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I didn't pay attention to the words. So all of this goes back. I can go back to it because, and if you keep it, if you actually, I'm trying not to break down. If you hold it on to the story, you'll realize there were significant things that was leading me on my path for her. When she passed away in the same dress I met her in. And like I said, she would guide me to certain things. And people say the spirits don't come and visit you. They do.
They do.
But you have to let go of them. You have to let go. You can't cry for them. You have to celebrate. And this is what I'm telling everybody. If you are mourning someone, right? Celebrate them so that they can pass over. Period. Point blank. Period. Just stop mourning them. Celebrate them. I know that's hard to do. But she started me on my path. Let's go there. And I sat with myself for 2 years. It was like 2 years before I started dating again, I think. I sat with myself for 2 years. And it was too early. 2 years too early. I was still emotionally unavailable. I was still angry because I couldn't figure it out why. And then finally, I was watching on YouTube, and it was this thing that says, clear your karmic background. And I'll tell everybody, if you're going on a spiritual journey, it's not for the weak. Clear your karmic background. Because this was the second person that passed in my life that had the letter S. Right? So I wouldn't deal with people that had the letter S's. Sorry, y'all. My bad. But
you got... I'm just here.
Yeah. I wouldn't. So I simply just started listening to this background. It was a karma thing from Buddhism. I mean, Indian. Well, almost the same. But anyway, it was something that clear your background. You had to listen to 40 days. And during those 40 days of me listening to that, a lot of people start to fall to the wayside. A lot of disconnection started happening. A lot of people that I couldn't understand anymore. And then I started changing who I am. I started to believe that I was gifted because I started feeling different things and seeing different things. And meditating a lot. Then I started having a reoccurring dream about me being thrown from a car. Let me tell you about this reoccurring dream. It was real. It was very real. I got it confirmed, and it was very real. I was thrown from a car. So those things, as bunched as they was, those things kept coming at me. And I kept saying, you know what? God, because we do believe in God, one God. What am I supposed to do? And clear as day, love you. I was so busy chasing other people and loving other people, I forgot about me. And it was just time for me to start loving me. And that's exactly what my earth angel did. She was teaching me to love me. She would always say to me, Blaque, why do you run after people? Why are you nice to those people? They mean to you. And I was like, girl, be quiet. We good. But she taught me to love me and to love people while they're still alive. So that's how my thrush came in for spiritual journey. As bundled and jumbled as it is, that's how it got started. And here I am today. Now, going on a spiritual journey is shadow work. And that's when you really stand in your shit. That's when you really take all your ego, your pride, your jealousy, your deceit. Because, baby, let me tell you, I was one to be vindictive. I was one to come after you with every piece of power that I had. And I was one to take it out on you, even if you did nothing to me. But during this period of time, I was good with letting people say what they wanted to say, do what they wanted to do, and all I could do is worry about controlling me. But we'll get back to that. We're going to go into some music, and we're going to come back, and I'm going to tell you how to get started, and we're going to have story time. All right.
Ain't no checking in, man.
What's going on? This your boy Ether.
This presidential worthy, vote for me. Rap Analytics, man, we up in here.
Check us out every Tuesday and Thursday, 9 p.m. on Radiocast.com.
We want your perspective. We're going to give you ours.
Man, if you into this hip-hop culture, we got all the information you need.
We're going to be breaking down everything from old school to new school, battle rap, fashion.
Anything that has to revolve around hip-hop, we're going to bring it to you from today's perspective for what's popping in the news right now. Hip-hop, rap analytics, go hand in hand.
Rap Analytics, Radiocast.com, baby, we live.
Hey, this is your boy Mark L. coming at you live and direct from Yale Radiocast. Check us out 2 to 4 every Saturday for the Male Review. The Male Review is a show where you get a perspective of how men think. We may have some special guests in the studio, maybe a woman here and there. You never quite know what will happen with the Male Review, but do know you will definitely be hearing from a masculine man standpoint about how we feel about things that are happening in and about our society. Be sure you tune in 2 to 4 every Saturday. Call in and listen to us here on YaleRadiocast.com.
For 8 years, Yale Radiocast has been one of the hottest outlets for music. And now, we're the livest live stream. Now Yale Radiocast is Yale Radiocast Live. We're 24/7 streaming to any electronic or mobile device. We're bringing you all hits, all day, with the best in hip-hop. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media sites at Yale Radiocast. Yale Radiocast is now powered by Zeno Media. Log on to zeno.fm/Yale Radiocast. We still get the business.
Look deep in my eyes, you might see, man. All the pain that it's been breathing. Look into my eyes, you might see what I'm feeling. Yeah. Look deep in my eyes, you might see, man. All the pain that it up for 5 hours. It's just you can't doubt me on my story. Look into my eye, once you do, then that's your ass. I'm smoking gas by the shit, could've put these Nikes on that ass. Money is the mission, I ain't wasting time on fishing. So they got the guard to take me on my mission. If you ain't heard, you should listen, hey, get your issue. If I wasn't trying to be rich, I'd have been murdered already.
All right, we are back. This is Divine Time with your girl Sage Mariukia Blue, your energy witch. Now, if you had not and did not, you can go back. I'm sure we on demand, right? Go on to Yale Radiocast, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, Yale Radiocast. You also have the opportunity to call it in, 678-586-9241. I'm glad to be back in the building on the airwaves, doing what I do best. Things
Rusty?
Little, not a little, a whole lot, yo. But don't worry about it. Show gonna be dope as all outdoors once I get all these out of my way, because that's exactly what the is. We're talking about spirituality. That's what my show is about. Really connecting to your energy. I started with a story. Of course, you can go back. I'm sure that's on demand. Am I correct?
Yeah.
You can go back, roll it,
Yes.
take the finger, like, share, love for love, like for like. On all the platforms, YaleRadiocast.com.
Yes.
There you go.
Just go to YaleRadiocast.com.
There it is.
Okay, so we're streaming on over 25 platforms. So Sister Sage will be on iHeart, Pandora, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, everything I think except for some Spotify. We own everything except for Spotify.
Well, everything's okay. Everything
except for Spotify. We ain't
except for Spotify, and that is coming soon. Don't worry.
Oh, it's yeah.
Yes, it's coming. So anyway, Sister Sage. Oh my God, you sound like Sister Sage. Like I'm a whole minister of the game. But anyway, we'll stick with the energy witch. So I am, like I said, I'm delighted to be back. Like you said, I'm a little rusty, but we're gonna get into this whole spiritual thing. I got story time with Sage. I have some personal stories to share and how I got over and conquered those fears and things of that nature. You know, so I'm excited about that.
Please call in. Call in.
586-9241. Yeah, 678-586-9241. We want to talk to you. We want to have a conversation with you. Maybe you have some questions about spirituality. Maybe you have been, experiencing some, as what we call them, ghosts, some Casper the ghost, and somebody tapping you on your feet, some witches holding you down. I got some answers for you. Just call in and let's have a conversation. In the meantime, between time, like, share, love for love, share for share.
Let me ask this.
What is it?
So, because it was a period in time where we kind of like didn't have a chance to communicate with each other. We ain't gonna talk about that.
We're going through my dark shadow, my shadow work. Go ahead.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
We ain't gonna talk about it.
The change to actually Sage. My
name.
And I know it's more than just a name change.
It is. Let's go with, when I was doing radio and start off with radio, it was Black Lipsticks XXX, right?
Well,
no, it was Black Rose.
It was Black Rose. Originally Black Rose.
It was originally Black Rose because I got roses all over my body. You know what I'm saying? So it was a seductive Black Rose, and it went to the seductive.
She was trying to be sexy
with Black lipstick. Then, of course, there was the Almighty Afro, right? So it was Big Hair Saga. And shout out to my Earth Angel, my spirit guide, SK, because she's the one that said, go with Big Hair Saga. And so the Afro was small to medium to huge, right? So that name stuck. Everybody knew it was me because you saw me coming in with this big old Afro. But with that was a lot of attitude. With that was a lot of, I don't give a damn about what you think about me today, you know? My ego was way above sky limit. People was just like, I knew that people didn't really want to see me, but they'd see me anyway. They had no choice. Right. So once I went, after I lost SK, and I was still doing radio, and I heard a lot of people in my transition. It's called the your shadow work, dark of the soul is what it's called. And it's a beast. I went through that. I stayed by myself a little bit, cried a lot, and finally said, It's time to stop hurting people, because hurt people do hurt people. It's the truest thing ever. And broke people like to break people.
Right.
Okay. So I was broken, and I wanted everybody to suffer with me. Once I finally came out of that, and I finally realized my whole worth, like, girl, you don't even hug. There she go. There she go. Okay, that's the girl right there. She's still there. She's still cute, but she was evil as hell. She didn't give a damn what you thought about her. Okay, I'll give you my butt to kiss, and that was simple as that. And I grew out of that situation through a lot of checking my own self. And not blaming anybody. I took blame out of everything that I did, and I started to look at me. How can I be accountable for losing friends? Now, I'm not going to completely say that that wasn't a good thing, because it was a gift to lose a lot of people. I didn't lose them. It was a gift. So I went from Saga. Saga was the fashion model. Saga still gave you her butt to kiss. Saga was unavailable. She wouldn't even 2.5 seconds. All right, it was a church hug. Okay, back up. All right. So I still was going through that. And one day I just realized, girl, you are hurting too many people without this check-in. And so when I finally got out of my dark night of soul, I changed my name to Sage. I didn't take Marie out because I had to give my mother something. Yeah, there she go again. Kiss my butt. Kiss my butt. That's her. But I was going through it, and believe it or not, you can look at that picture and you can say there's somebody who was happy. That's actually when I was depressed. And no.
You hit it well. I thought everything was okay.
Nobody knew it. But I was so depressed because I was going through my dark night of soul. I was so depressed, and nobody knew that I was unhappy on the inside. That I smiled and I cracked jokes and I hid the suicide messages, everything. I hid a lot of stuff from people. But my mother knew. When I went down to California, I cut my hair off. This is where I really started. Cut my hair off, and I said, I'm going to start all over. Of course, people thought I was doing it for fashion, but I felt if I cut my hair off, I'll be so close to spirit that it's a blessing to me. And I did that. But my mother knew. Your mother knows their children. My mother knew. And she admitted that. She said, I knew when you was depressed, but I had to let you tell me. But there it is. This is when you know that I was going through and I was finally getting to me. That is a picture. That's symbolism of the Eye of Horus. If you turn it around, it is the symbolism of the Eye of Horus. So I started really, really digging deep. I started meditating more than enough. And a lot of things start coming at me because when there's a lot of positivity, negativity has to find a way. Yin and yang. It has to find a way. And I lost somebody that I did love. I'm not going to admit that I did not love her, but I did love her. But I lost her because I didn't want her. And I think I was a tad bit angry because she didn't recognize that I was depressed. It wasn't her fault. I should have spoke up. But I went through that, changed my name to Sage, and I put Yukio in it because I was always worrying about the past, always worrying about the future. Well, Yukio means the moment. Stay in the present. And that's my greatest challenge, is to stay in the present. And that's it. Sage Marie Yukio. And Bleu is because of SK. Her hair is blue, and it's the Haitian last name Bleu. So my name has a significance, and we'll definitely get more into that. But that is just like changing over from getting out of my cocoon to be this butterfly. I'm happy where I am right now. I mean, granted, when you go when you go through your spiritual journey, people don't realize that we get mad faster because we know what peace feels like. See, people who are angry already can't get no angrier. But when you're going through, There she go. Their saga. When you're going through, you you know what peace feels like. You know what it's like to sit there and become one and listen to spirit and fall in love with nature. Because I'm gonna tell you, we hustle and bustle all day long. We go to work rushing, home rushing, eat rushing, making love rushing. We rushing all day long, but we don't never stop to take a breath to realize just what God has put on this earth for us. Half of us pass those beautiful trees, that wonderful message that's in the sky, those called clouds. The only thing that we worry about is storms. But if you pay attention, if you listen, you will find a great discovery. If you go to the park and just sit there, don't worry about playing no games, don't worry about the bugs, don't worry about none of that. Get some repellent though. But we don't want you ate up. Just go and take some time. Walk with a loved one. Talk with a loved one. Stop rushing. And you'll realize you've been missing so much. I wouldn't even let people hug me. And I realized I lost all the love that I needed and wanted for years. Now when I embrace somebody, I embrace them hard and close, because gone today is gone today. And these two deaths with these two letter S's really put me on my path. Put me on my path. So that's the name change. That's everything. That's how you know you get started.
Yeah.
Of course, you need weapons to start a spiritual journey. You need an accountability partner, because you will find yourself really screaming at the top of your lungs when you are all of a sudden losing your best friends, when you are all of a sudden losing your car, your house, when you're being stripped away and you're shedding like a snake. You know, you're afraid to even be around people. So, you know, and I'm going to help those who want to get along and pay attention and come on the show every Wednesday from 8 to 10 Eastern time right here on Yale Radiocast.
Yeah. We want some call-ins.
We want some, call in.
I see y'all on the stream. I see some viewers.
Come on and call in.
Yeah.
Look, I'm transparent. You can ask me anything. This is what this show is about, because I can't lie to you how I got here. You know, I hurt a lot of people. Hell, I even hurt myself for not loving myself. And we don't even realize what we do to ourselves. Not to you be thinking, oh, I go to the doctor. I put on makeup. I get my nails done. I do all of this. But you're not really realizing how much you're not loving yourself, for the simple fact that you're not even taking the time out to be by yourself. And people want to hurry up and jump in a relationship, right? Let's pop them to that. People want to hurry up and jump into a relationship because they lonely. Healing, sitting by yourself, is love. Might sound crazy, but just getting to know who you are is loving yourself. I think Corona happened for a reason, right? Because it got us to know our kids. You know, everybody wanted to send their kids off to school real fast so they can enjoy themselves. It got us to know our kids. So we didn't never know our kids act like they act until you were stuck in the house with them. You didn't know your mate did what he did, or if y'all can really get along until you got stuck in the house with them.
Right.
I'm so glad that some people I didn't get stuck in the house with, Lord. Thank God. But woo. But I'm excited to know that 2020. I'll say 19 because it was already here in 2019. But 2020 was the beginning of where people should actually have started loving themselves. And just knowing that that person next to you, you really didn't know nothing about.
So you do a lot of helping people outside of here.
Yeah.
With their personal traumas. We'll just put it like that.
Correct.
In situations and like that. How is it dealing with them, and how do you actually speak faith and strength into them?
Well, so when I have, are you talking about my queries or my actual profession job?
Yeah, your profession, both.
Okay,
because
so
they're
both
they're intertwined.
Yeah, they are. They are. When I have a query or a patient, a client, I give them the encourage to. I make them find the smallest thing, the smallest blessing, and I make them realize how big it is. And that small blessing is that breath, right? Because you didn't have to take it, or it didn't have to be granted to you. So I have them to sit and breathe with me, get them to breathe with me, and I just pay attention to it. Take one day at a time, but right now concentrate on your breath, which Indians and Buddhism is called prana. And I get them to sit there with me just to realize that you are alive. And then I tell them, think about the situation that you think is a problem. And then I want you to tell me if it's really a problem. Because it's only a problem because you said it was a problem. Now just think of it as not a problem. Now what's the solution? It's not a problem for real. Like, for instance, if we arguing about something, right? I'm going to give you an example. We arguing about something. Let's say we argue because that cup of coffee fell over and I hit the table. And then you like, it's all over my equipment. We arguing. I told you to be still.
You know exactly how
right?
I was going to go, too. You know the exact words I was going to say. Oh,
right?
You know exactly what
But I say that to you, but I'm like, D, it's coffee. There's tissue or napkins in there. Watch me pick it up and soak it up.
No, really, that's alcohol. That's alcohol if you spilling coffee.
But the problem is solved, and it really wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
The only reason why it was a problem is because you thought it to be. Yeah. So if we're breathing and we're using our thoughts and changing our mindset, what do? You change your life.
Yeah.
So that's how I get my queries who come to me for readings and things of that nature, or spiritual guidance. And we go in depth, but that's how we start. Just the smallest thing.
So these little tarot readings and stuff that you do.
Wait. First of all, we're not going to call them little tarot readings. Forgive them, ancestors. Forgive them. Forgive them.
These little tarot readings. Oh, they got to convince me.
Cards don't lie, baby. People do.
I'm just saying.
Cards don't lie.
You don't believe a man is a real man until he actually prove he a real man. So these little card readings you do, right?
Oh, my God. Forgive them, ancestors.
Welcome to Yale Radio.
He gonna make me lose my mind up in
so listen, because honestly, you know what I'm saying, somebody who doesn't believe in it, you know what I'm saying, I won't say I don't believe in anything, because at one, I'm skeptical. At one point in time, I didn't believe in the law of attraction, and I started really manifesting trust the process. I started hashtagging it. I started living it. My ringtone in the morning was trust the process. I started really speaking and believing that into existence. So I truly, at this point, believe in, things. You can really speak things and manifest things, So, but card readings is different.
No.
You really gonna tell me something right here, right now, bam, 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 about my life.
Well, let me just do this. The reason why.
And how did you fall into that? Because I don't remember you reading.
Because
the only cards that we had was space games, and I don't
know how to play that. See, so that's different. People ask me, "You know how to play space?" No, but I know how to read tarot. Come along. Yeah. So anyway, you ready? Yeah. So tarot is a divination tool, right? The reason why people are so skeptical about divination tools is because there's con artists out there. Right?
Yes.
Right?
There you go.
So you
right
got
there.
Cleo, and shout out to Cleo because Cleo was gifted. What happened to Cleo is that she got pulled into mainstream. They started using her for her gifts.
Right.
Okay? She got excited about the money, and then it started turning into a scam. Okay? Not everybody can read tarot because spirit don't talk to everybody. You got to be cleansed out and you got to be ready. Okay? But cards don't lie. You shuffle those things, you ask spirit to come into the reading, and boom, the card will fly out, and it'll tell you have to know how to interpret it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's pretty much tarot is not telling you like, Diley, you're gonna go outside. There's gonna be a card right past you and roll your pinky toe over. You're gonna hurt like hell. No, tarot tells you as a guidance. Spirit wants you to know that there is challenges coming. That's by numerology, colors, things are symbols in the cards, right? So if you're looking at the cards, you're basically able to interpret what can possibly happen, but it's fluid. Because if I say to you, darling, there is a snake in your camp, and 5 minutes later you do something, shit is fluid. Anything can change, right? The camp, the snake could die. So it's fluid. It is a guidance. You should not use it as a life blueprint, but guidance. And for me, I'm a different type of tarot reader. I am a transformational tarot card reader. In other words, baby, I'm gonna tell you motivational. Spirit is telling me here's the motivation for you. This is what you need to do. Because I'm an ag spirit. And I also do pendulums. Okay? And runes. And coffee. And leaf. And bay leaf. Anyway, I go all that. I do all that.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not a little thing. It's a big thing. Don't ever say that again. But yeah, it's
Better. Till that reading tell me I'm about to hit the lottery.
I mean, okay, so if somebody say you're coming in for a big lump sum of money, right? And then you go out there and cuss that old lady out in the street, your energy has just changed your destiny. Do you understand? So that's what tarot is. Tarot is leading you to telling you that, go ahead and take that leap of faith in your business.
Here we are.
But you take the money and then you spend it on some Gucci. Well.
Or a bachelor party.
Oh, that too. With a pole.
With a pole.
Yeah. So listen, that's exactly what tarot reading is. It changes. It's a stepping stone to help people guide themselves. And tarot has been going on for centuries and centuries and centuries. Right?
Right.
Well, as the Africans use cowrie shells and things of that nature to tell you, oh, here's harvest, and you got this ancestor that needs to speak with you, and things of that nature. Nobody questioned that. You know why we didn't question it? Because Christopher Lie came aboard, and he brought all his cousins to stop everything that we did prior to religion.
Let's and I was just about to ask you about that. Honestly, about like black magic and how the image or the assumption of black magic is evil and how it's been changed. See, I know some stuff. I'm here. I know some stuff.
Let's talk about it. Let's get it.
How do you plan on how do you think you could switch that belief from people who don't know? Because I still hear, depending on what circle you're in, when magic is mentioned, then you talk about black magic as if it's evil.
Okay, I hear a lot of that as well. But let me go ahead and say this: Wiccas, Wiccans, Voodoo Saints, Voodoo, Santeria, all of that stuff, we have one entity, that's God. We believe in God. I don't know what people are getting that wrong at. And black magic is not bad magic. Hoodoo is actually medicine working. Okay, voodoo is religious spirituality. We ain't gonna say religion as for the sake of people who understand religion. Voodoo is not religion, it's spirituality altogether. Okay. So the black cat, okay, it's not an evil cat at all. The only reason why your ass failed because that cat walked past you is because you thought it. Law of attraction. Hello, folks.
Or the Matrix.
Thought it. Exactly. You said, oh, that's a cat. Oh, psh. Black cats were in the pyramids, in the kingdom. They are worshipped. Black cats soak up spirits, evil spirits. Have you ever seen a cat that blows up and then disappears and come back down to the side? He has therefore protected you from what was coming your way.
Ooh.
Black cats rub against you so that you can be protected because they know something is on you. That's why witches have black cats. They're called familiars. Okay? And anything can come towards you that can be a familiar. A dog, a rat, anything that can come towards you, let you know that something is happening. You ever got sick and your dog sat in front of you and just looked at you? Or came and sat on top of you? Your dog knew you were sick. White cats are considered what? Oh, they're so pretty. Why? Because you've been taught that a white cat is pure? Oh, okay. Black cats are not to be feared. They're familiars. They help. Okay. Witches are not. And there's 1,000. There's even a witch called a tech witch. You know what a tech witch is? A person who grabs their phone and look at ingredients to put together for herbs and spices. Witches practice magic There's cooking witches. There's glamour witches. There is green witches. You know what green witch is? Somebody who works in the garden.
No, I thought that was a TV show.
Huh?
Thought that was a city.
Oh my God. Anyway.
That was a city.
Anyway, my job is to let everyone know that anything that you've heard besides Christopher Lie.
Yeah, and I like that name. By
and
the
his
way.
cousin coming over.
Yeah, I like that.
And that's the reason why they fled, to bring over, because they watched our people practice, right? They didn't get all that good knowledge and put it in that book and made it seem like somebody else wrote. They got all that knowledge by watching our people in their spirituality rituals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So I need people to understand before you start saying, that's all evil. Does anybody even know what Satan looked like?
It's a created image. I was getting ready to put a post up one day about how did this image become Satan, and I just didn't have time to argue anymore.
You can't.
I'm in my peace.
Right. You don't want to.
Still a little petty.
Yeah,
you know that.
Yeah, I'm still
a little.
I don't argue with people no more about, because you say.
But because that was a true question to me about how did this guy who was red, evil looking with horns become the image of Satan?
Right. How did he know? How do we
know he even got horns?
I don't even think did they even describe him in the Bible? That's what I want to know. Was he ever described?
I mean, he was supposedly a snake. That you know.
So he turned from a snake to what? I'm confused.
I don't even think he was a snake. I just think that
because they said he was an angel.
I just think.
But help me out.
Right.
Anyway, let's go back to this. Help me out. So, but we need to change our thought patterns about how people view spirituality, because what I do and what I practice makes me feel good. It makes me want to love on people. So how can it be evil? It makes me want to be at peace and meditate.
Do you got any books that you would recommend to people to start with, or that you're going to bring in? I mean,
I got lots of books. I actually brought because I'm going to start a candle business soon. I brought in my candle magic book and my moon magic book. So I got these two books right here. And my moon magic book is basically, for years and centuries, we've been walking by the moon. Hell, we all got freed by the moon. But we've been learning that the moon, you can harvest, when it's time to sit still and go out there and get in the fields and things of that nature, right? Maybe we didn't have a choice, but, those who did have a choice, they knew back in the day before slavery even become known. Our bodies is, correct me if I'm wrong, like 90% water, 80% water. Mm-hmm. And if you ever watch the moon and water, that's what our body does. People become moody, and it's real. They're called moon sensitive people, right? So there are people who will go the hell off when it's full moons out there. Okay, so you have to be careful catching fish during the moon, by the moon. You know what I'm saying? Because the fish can see you.
Right.
So the moon is it's a very powerful tool. I make moon water. I meditate during that time. Just a little bit to tell you about what you should do in the moon. When it's a waxing moon coming in from a new moon to a full moon, it's called waxing. So when you wax it on, right? Mm-hmm. So you should be meditating about what you want more of, right? Then there is the full moon coming, right? So then when the full moon, and it's only a full moon for 1 minute. Everybody think it's a full moon during the whole period of time. It's only 100% for 1 minute. Then it goes into the waning moon or waning moon. And that means what you want less of. You start to meditate what you want less of, right? And we'll get into all that.
You're going to have to call me whenever this going down. I'm going to be at work.
Listen, I never miss a full moon or a new moon.
Watch the moon for the 15 seconds that it's full to ask for.
Well, we're all asleep when it's full moon most of the time, like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, y'all sleep.
Well, no, I ain't sleep, but anyway, I ain't going out there to look at them. Let me check it out. I catch her in the morning. But the moon and candles and all of that stuff is all intertwined, because if you think about it, you go to a Catholic church, what do you see? How many candles do you see up there?
I don't go to Catholic church.
If you see inside a Catholic church, there's candles, right? If you go to a Christian church, sometimes they put the candles for weddings. Am I right?
Yeah.
And is that evil? Do people consider that to be evil?
No.
Okay. So why is it evil when someone says, I'm practicing spirituality, but I choose not to take Jesus, or I choose not to go to church and be a Christian, we simply say we're spiritual. We don't give ourselves a denomination.
Yeah, I've definitely can honestly say that through my studies, I would say
Your studies, yeah.
to try to find more information. I had to separate myself from the religion that I grew up under to see, you still take some things from the book,
Right.
And you also read up on other books of whatever, because, and I always say I'm spiritual. I don't claim any religion. I do meditate at times, and that's my prayer, and we call that prayer.
Okay.
Depending on what form you're in,
Right.
I speak directly to the Creator. I make people, I upset people when I say, well, I don't want to talk to the middleman that they put in front of y'all. I want to talk to the man. That's who I talk to.
That's all we say. Spirit is God. We don't want to, for us, for spiritualists, okay, here's what we go. And then they'll tell you, any person who's doing spirituality, they'll tell you the first person that you have to get to is your ancestors. They are paving the way, because, see, they talk to spirit for you. They intervene.
Right.
See? Right. So then there's your ancestors, and then there's your spirit guides, because they all working together. And then there is your deities. If you say Jesus, they say is a deity, or Rishas, things of that nature. And then there's spirit. See, you got to have some people to go straight there.
Right.
Right? So when you go straight there, you open up the portal, right, for them to talk to spirit for you. Then spirit just be like, okay, we'll grant it. It's just like saying, well, why should we give this day to this Carter Tyrone? Well, see, now he been doing really good. He ain't smoked no crack this week. He been praying, and he been, you know what I'm saying? And then spirit guys, well, we been guiding, homie. Tyrone, we been guiding you, homie. And then you got your deeds. It's like, well, you know what? He has been faithful. And then spirit say, well, grant it. That's just a comical way of saying how spirituality works, okay? For some, right? Then you got the Buddha. Not to touch Buddha. I don't care what nail shop you go in. Don't touch Buddha. You get rolled up, right? So anything to me that makes you feel good, that makes you love yourself more, and get in touch with spirit, God, do it. Spiritualists are not atheists, and there's plenty of them there, okay? But spirit is God for us. When we light a candle, we're lighting a candle for our families, protection, love, because there's people out there who will take some spells and magic, and they will give you hexes and curses and things of that nature, because they don't know. They're hateful, But for the ones out there that's actually doing it for love, we mean no harm. We come in peace. And I'm gonna say this for the sisters in the background, all the sisters in the background. Spirituality is not to get your ex back. I might have hurt somebody over there on that one. It ain't to get your ex back, baby. See, because your ex ain't supposed to go through everything that you're about to go through, because you're opening up this portal to cleanse yourself. And that homegirl that you thought was your homegirl, you're going to soon find out she's not your homegirl real fast, because there's levels to enlightenment. There's levels to get to the, vibration to get to enlightenment. And I'm about to hurt somebody else's feeling. Money is the lowest vibration of all. Enlightenment is the highest. Right? And so when we meditate, we're not asking or begging. We already know we have it. That's why it's called meditating. You're catching up. Because everything that you want, you can actually get. And the reason why us African Americans people have bad relationships with money is because we've been brought up to think that we can't get it. Scarcity. You know what I'm saying? And we are going to go to break, and we'll be back. Stay tuned now.
Money like a motherfucker, I put that shit on everything. Graduated from the streets, I know the game. That on everything. Get cold, I don't fuck with your lane. That on everything. Campaign bubbling like champagne. That on everything. Hard stack that money like a bank. That on everything. I've been on my independent shit. Masters in my ownership. Wifey said she need a car, we heading to the dealership. Partner said he needs some raw, I'm back up on my dealer shit. He said he got a bad hand, I ain't need a dealer hit. On these beats I'm killing. Rappers is so delicate, I'm from
What's good, everybody? It's your girl, Miss Boss Lady, aka the Russell Queen. Catch Russell Hard Radio live every Saturday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Yale Radiocast.
This that pimp talk, this that pimp talk. So you know just what we doing, so you know just what we doing. This that pimp talk, yeah. This that pimp talk. So let's get straight to it. So let's get straight to it. Man, what's up, man? It's Young Pimp Slim, man. Welcome to motherfucking Pimp Talk, man. We gonna drop knowledge and do all that other shit, man. We ain't come with no hate shit. We gonna speak real shit, no matter what the fuck. Hey, you don't believe me? Check it out, man.
Hey, it's your girl, Kay Chantel, your favorite one from Women in the Mic. I have a question. Do you own your own business and need advertising? Do you provide a service and want to increase your clientele? Well, bring your advertising needs to YaleRadiocast.com. We are on Apple Podcasts, Pandora, and iHeartRadio. We offer graphic design, web design, and video services. So, not only can you grow your business with Yale Radiocast, you can also listen to the hottest independent artists. Go to YaleRadiocast.com and get the gold standard.
This is Divine Timing with your girl Sage Marie Yuki of Bleu, your energy witch. And this is YaleRadiocast.com on Twitch, on YouTube, and on Facebook. Make sure you like, share, love for love, like for like. We in here talking about spirituality, getting it started and cranking. My brother's in there asking all these questions like he really is concerned.
Yeah, you talked about growth and all that good stuff and maturing and finding who you are.
Yes,
I did a little bit of that. I did a little bit of that.
Yeah, I did. I really, like, when I say, there's people out there that I had to apologize to and really probably didn't even deserve my apology at all. But I do want to tell everyone that when you start this, I want you to get in contact with your inner child. You know, some of us never really grow up. And for me, to keep me youthful the way I am, you know, I'm only 25.
Right. 25.
Huh? Yeah.
25. Yeah.
25. Yes.
Yeah.
Get in touch with your inner child. And the reason why I say get in touch with your inner child is because as children, we suffer a lot from trauma, from things that us as African American families sweep up under the carpet. Can I say it?
Yeah.
I can say molestation.
Yeah.
Let me put it out there. Abuse, neglect, hunger, poverty. You know, as me growing up, once again, here's a transparent moment. It's always story time. Growing up with molestation and it being swept under the carpet because nobody wanted to hurt our foundation, which is my grandmother. Nobody wanted to hurt her. Nobody wanted to let her know what was going on. I had to really step into myself during this dark night of soul and really say to my, you know, inner child that it was not your fault, that you're an acceptable, beautiful woman. Because for a long time, for me, I associated sex with the trauma. So it was always a repeat of trying to find somebody to love me enough not to abandon me or to love me. And I was just beating myself up. My yoni was having a party and I was beating myself up. Now, out of those beat ups, of course, naturally, I have my blessings, which is my babies. But now that I'm here where I am now, I know that I would have been selective on who I let into my energy budget. Okay, who I let lay down with me, because I have been married several times, and I'm not just talking about a matrimony marriage. I'm talking about a soul tie, a spiritual connection. I have been married several times, and if you follow, you understand. When you're spiritual, you know, you just know. We always say, you know, oh, no, I ain't never been married, baby. You've been married. Tyrone, Kenneth, you know, all them. We all been married. We all one big married family. It takes 7 years for those spirits to come off your body, to let go, because they drain off of you. But when you jump into one relationship and then jump into another, you're bringing the trauma from your last relationship over to your present relationship, because they ain't went nowhere. So now you're fighting double. And don't let your partner have lots of trauma. Woo! Listen, I have had karmic relationships. And that's another story time. I'm telling you, we're going to get into it. I'm going to be as transparent as possible. But I want people, when you want to start this spiritual journey, just know you got to have your pen, some paper, get your journal, and get you some tissue. Get your accountability partner. And don't be afraid.
What's an accountability partner? Ooh,
accountability
I like that way.
partner.
Look, yeah,
Like
that's been my word for 2022.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hear nothing about somebody who gonna tell it like it is. And I get actually a lot of calls, like, you know, shout out to Copyright. Copyright always call me, man. Artists that I actually met through you.
Yeah,
bro,
it's my guy.
I need you to talk to me because I know you gonna tell me like it is.
You get the same thing. Same thing. You ain't gonna sugarcoat it. No, I'm not. Not now. Now that I am who I am, I'm really not sugarcoating it.
Is it worse?
It is so much worse, but it's so much with so much love in it.
Right.
Because I'm gonna tell you that you don't love yourself. Because for you to sit there and allow somebody to step on you continuously, and I might even tell you, don't call me no more, because you're not listening. Okay.
How many times I gotta tell you? I had I'm here now. Now you got me here. Okay, so I had one of my employees come into the office with me today. She started today. Today's first day.
Okay.
And she came in like, you know, like, because you don't just come into the director office. I just wanted to talk. Oh, okay. Then she just broke down a little. Ain't known me 24 hours.
That's the good spirit. That's that good spirit.
So she broke down about her moving here, and she got into her relationship issues, and I said, she started crying, and she like, I was supposed to be hard. I ain't supposed to be doing this. I like, well, you here, and you ain't the first person in that chair across from me that for whatever reason. I'm Counselor Williams. I'm not director.
Dr. Williams.
Dr. Williams. She got a nice ring to it. Don't start. That's the new hashtag.
Doctor.
That's the new. I've already been hashtagging your relationship coach, right?
Okay.
As a joke, but it's becoming a bit true. So I just started going into. She started talking to me about her relationship with her boyfriend, and she wants this, and she wants this, and she wants this from him, and he's this, and he's this, and and I started saying, she's like, but he won't do this for me, he won't do this for me, he won't do this for me, and I started saying, well, I started asking about her part of what he may need from her,
right?
And I started seeing what men need is like that bit of peace.
Say it.
Peace.
Say it.
So we started going into that, and she, well, I want to. I like, nah, you seem like you're a handful. But I said, see, you sat in a chair across from me crying to me. Now I'm gonna tell you like it is. You seem like you're a bit of a handful. So I love that part about accountability partner. You think people have actually separated from you because you did not give them the answer that they wanted to hear? Because I get a lot of that. Because she was crossing me. I'm like, see, you waiting on me to tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. This is what it is.
Yeah.
He's probably not ready to be what you need. You're probably, so what you need to do is focus on you. Let him focus on him. It may work. So, yeah, I'm down for that accountability part.
Yeah, I mean, I hold my sisters and my family and everybody accountable for their own actions. First, I'm gonna hold you accountable for your own actions. But when I say accountability partner, it's the person that's gonna be there and listen to you at 3:00 in the morning when you realize that somebody was doing something to you as a child and you didn't realize that it was bad. You see what I'm saying? Or you realize that you didn't have a real good relationship with your mother because she may have did something to you that you thought, let me say, you thought that she should have done, right? So you need somebody to say, hey, take a deep breath. I want you to breathe with me. I want you to write it out. Then I want you not to go back there and read it, right? I want you to write it out and don't go back and read it because you're releasing it from you. You need somebody to get you to doing that. Or when you're ready to cuss out your boss, you want them to call you and say, hey, I'm about to flip my lid. Hey, count. And you want to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring your brain down. Breathe with me. You right? You want somebody to say, hey, you didn't do your meditation today, right? And you want them most of all to be that person to say, remember how powerful you are, how worthy you are. Right? Because we got a lot of females that think that their yoni is not powerful. And we're not talking about because you can do the Megan Thee Stallion or you can have somebody insert their transformer in you. I'm saying the yoni gives life. We have an assistance from our gentlemen, but that's the sacred circle. And a lot of us have a lot of yoni trauma, right? So that's the reason why we can't love ourselves, because we too busy giving our yonis parties. Birthday parties, baby showers, things like that. And we're not really trying to make it healthy. Right? And I mean by loving yourself. I can guarantee you that any woman who listens on here has a problem touching themselves or looking at their own breasts or standing in the mirror.
Really?
Yes. Women have to understand that we are life. Stop being embarrassed about any rolls on your body. Stop being embarrassed about any stretch marks. Okay? Stop being embarrassed about your sexuality.
Why are y'all so worried about? Never mind.
Go ahead.
Because we starting to mix the shows. When I do the male review.
Don't mix it.
I don't want to mix it.
Don't mix it.
Because it's like y'all are so insecure. This is okay. So this is what I hear. You got me here. I'm here.
Okay.
We gonna talk.
Come on,
about
let's go.
We got a good 30 minutes. We hot. We live.
Let's hot. We're live.
This is what I see for women, and I was raised by women. Shout out to the women on the stream. We don't want to offend nobody, but I come from an honest standpoint. Right. I was raised by a gang of strong, powerful women who totally, wholeheartedly believed in themselves, right?
Okay.
So when I see in this day and age women say, I love me, 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 yet when that I love me task is put in front of you, I see maybe not so much of loving you. You just said y'all are scared to touch yourself. You're worried about your rolls. You're worried about your stretch marks. You're worried about your appearance. So I feel like, well, if you truly love yourself, this will be the last of your concerns, what your body looks like, because you, your air quotes, love you.
Yourself.
So what's explain that a little bit.
Well, okay, so we are brought up into Anglo-Saxon, no offense to anybody, Anglo-Saxon European thought pattern that you're supposed to be a size this, and that you're supposed to look like this, you're supposed to eat this, and if you have babies, you need to get in shape real fast. Actually, you need a physical therapist, but that's another story. However, our parents, our mothers, because they were not taught, because their mothers were not taught, and their mothers were not taught. We were snatched and beaten and bruised, so we were taught to watch out for your chicken, your monster, your vagina. No, wait a minute, hold on. The vagina is too pure. Your coochie, right? Because if we called it what it was, we probably would feel proud about it. Now we're calling it yoni, which is another powerful word, okay? Let's go outside where we really supposed to put it at. We were taught to never let nobody touch it. Don't you touch it either. Your fingers gonna get hair on it. And you're only supposed to do it because a man wants you to do it. You cannot want sex yourself. The man gotta want it, and then you are there to have babies. We are there to reproduce life, yes, true enough, but you are also there to enjoy who you are.
Yeah, because I heard you say earlier something about you were having sex and you were enjoying it, getting bang, 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 bang.
I didn't say bang, bang. I said I gave my coochie a
look
party.
I heard bang, bang, bang.
That's all
I'm sure we ask
like
everybody
bang,
on the stream,
bang,
they're
bang.
going to say bang, bang, bang. But because I hear this, and I know some people who have went through the same trauma of molestation, right? And I often question, how in touch are you with that moment when you're having sex with somebody? Are you truly in tune with that person or the moment?
Now, because I'm where I'm at now.
Because it seems like whenever I get told about the traumas that y'all stick with y'all, it seems to me that will always be in the back of your head when that moment comes. And I'm saying from somebody who I'm from the military, so certain moments, no matter how long it is down the road, always triggers in the back of my head. So I'm thinking for women or even men who might be going through this moment, hold up, I'm having a traumatic moment right now, although this person isn't even here.
Not that person.
Right. So do you really truly enjoyed that moment?
Okay, so, and I'm transparent, so let's get into it, because we only got a little bit of time. Let me get into it, okay?
Yeah.
So
that's why I got you here. Yeah, we here.
I'm going to say this, that for this moment right now, me being out of the closet, okay, my sexuality, I am in tune with myself. The person who put their hands on me as a little girl is not there laying with me in that bed, right? But if I hadn't got here, I would always pretend that it felt good. Pretend like this is what I wanted to do. Pretend like we're going to be together forever because I'm connecting the dots with your transformer and my coochie. We're working it out. You know what I'm saying? But the whole time I was lying to me. I was crying to me. Right? So now that I can get into intercourse, because now y'all take the words intercourse, you touching my inner G. And we talking about G with the finger. We're talking about energy. You're touching my soul. This is sacral. Right? Now I know that when I touch you and I love on you, that it is real. It is what it's supposed to be. I don't bring those traumas anymore. Now, had you caught me before, I can tell you that I've gotten off my back and cried like I've been beat by a slave, by a massa. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you that I can count on my fingers how many times that I actually have had a whole Usher moment. I'm trying to be civil. Climax. Okay. All right.
Oh, I'm there. Yeah. That's a bar.
That. So I did bring trauma, and I connected the dots with sex, and I said, that ain't right. I did spend time by myself sometimes and touch myself and was like, oh my God, I'm sinning. This is awful. Oh my God. But ain't it mine? That's what it belonged to me. But I would be shameful. You know why?
Right.
Because I wasn't healed. I didn't tell my inner child that it was not your fault. You were too young to understand. Okay? So now that you tell yourself, you put your hands on your own little power and say, I'm okay with it. You got to shade. Well, I don't know if none of y'all shade, but you can.
Shout out to Young B the Truth. She's good. Hey, look
Thank
here.
you.
Fire. She's on fire.
I'm on fire. But you gotta, just like the men. Y'all gotta know that when you touch yourself, it ain't embarrassing.
Oh yeah, oh man. Hey, look here. I Google myself often. Look here, I Google myself often.
But that's why I
type
want to
in
get my
Dial
sisters
Yale
too.
and have fun when I'm.
You know what? That's where I want to get my sisters too. I want them to get them to understand that you can stand in the middle with all your nakedness. And I ain't talking about just nakedness. I'm talking about everything that you got in you. And love who you are.
But
you said but. No, Lord. No.
Yes. It's a but. You can love who you are and know you might have to work on something. See.
Journey. I'm not all the way there. But it's a journey. I can go and be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna enjoy myself tonight."
I don't want, because I see my sister saying that it's okay for me to be in this shape when it's maybe not. I don't care about your size. You know how I like him. First of all,
why am I talking to you today? Why am I talking to him?
You know how I like him. Anyway, but what I'm saying is, I don't want to look at any person and see unhealthiness, and something is actually telling you it's okay to be in that shape when it's not healthy. Well, this is the thing. The message can be misconstrued.
Right. But if you love yourself enough, guess what you're going to do, bro? You're going to go and make yourself healthy. If you love yourself, you're going to stop eating this. You're going to stop overdoing it. You're going to stop the gluttony. You're going to get yourself into shape because you love yourself. Right. Do you know most people who beat themselves up are people who don't, they do all kind of weird stuff to themselves, right? Mm-hmm. And no matter what shape you're in, you're still beautiful. That's loving yourself. But you got to start with your inner child and tell yourself, hey, I apologize. Mary J made that song, and everybody can contest. Good Morning Gorgeous. When you hear it, you probably shedded a tear. Because it was you she was talking to. She wasn't just singing to herself. She was singing to people out there who don't really love themselves. And it ain't makeup. It ain't nails. It ain't hair. It ain't the next Burt bag. It ain't the next shoes. It's really going in and says, I'm tired of being beat up. And guess who's doing the beat up? It ain't your boyfriend. It ain't your mama. It's you. Because when you love yourself, you stop people in their tracks. You get boundaries. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You eat the proper foods. You take care of yourself. Hell, kiss your own damn hand sometimes. Take your own self out. Love yourself. Literally, really love yourself. And if you can't feel good about touching your own body, bro, you can't feel good about Tyrone touching it.
That's what I was trying to get to.
You're faking.
And that is exactly where I was trying to go. Like, how can we please you if we don't know we ain't pleasing you?
Can't tell me what to do if you can't tell me what to do.
Can't tell me what to do if you can't tell me what to do.
Exactly. You can't even tell him, especially if you don't know your own anatomy. That's what kills me. You gotta know your own body. You gotta know your own heart, your own spirit, and your own soul. And that is what is called a journey.
We don't mean to interrupt. We switched to call in number 678-813-1113. Go ahead and call that number if you want to holler at Sister Sage. Sister Sage, Lord, Lord, fire.
No, Sister Sage.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
Yeah, the witch thing you were calling yourself. I mean, the witch thing you was calling yourself.
He gonna get enough for calling my tarots little and calling that witch thing. Okay, y'all call it.
No.
Witch.
Okay, look here. Let me be 100 though.
Okay.
Cause I know you for real. So
this is for real.
Listen. The online, the radio personality persona, yes, but you know I call you your name, so I still have to get used to the energy witch instead of calling you sis or your name.
And I get it.
Okay, so
I get it.
I'm 2 days in on energy witch. Okay.
Well,
so I'm not trying to minimize or diminish.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
No, of course not. I get you. Because a lot of people. A funny story. Your wife was like, "So we need your real name."
I know.
I'm like, "That's my real name." She was like,
when?
Oh, okay, yeah. That happened way when 2020 was going on with the code. But it's okay. Beautiful wedding. Shout out to the Williams. Love it. But yeah, this is my journey, and I hope to have you all come back every Wednesday from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern time right here on Yale Radiocast, YaleRadiocast.com on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, because it's going to be story time. Mm-hmm. It's going to be story time. I'm going to be transparent because I believe that I can touch one life and one life can touch another. Okay?
I think we can do that.
We're not evil.
Well, I appreciate you joining on to the platform. I'm going to be honest with y'all. This is truly, truly, truly long overdue. Just talking with Sage. Gotta understand. We was just revisiting yesterday how we've actually known each other for 20 years.
20 years.
20 years. When she stepped foot in Atlanta, I was there.
Yep.
So, we started this journey in podcasts and radio at the same time. So it's truly, I appreciate this moment. Somebody even said to me, why you aren't here? And I said, well, we got to talk.
I was off on my broom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
I was off on my broom.
Yeah. We got to talk because you were in your journey still. I'm in my journey still. And, the goal was always for you to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You was like one of the first people I had in mind. Of course, there were some other parts involved. I needed people to sit down, just so we are all on the same page, same accord, because we all got bigger goals and purposes than really this little string that I'm on.
Nah, baby, it's a big string. Manifestation. Okay.
I'm saying that too. For a reason.
That. I'm sorry. Is that one of those?
When you put it in perspective, it's bigger than right here.
Right.
So, but I'm glad you're here now.
Oh, I'm excited to be here. I mean, I have to get the little kinks out. I think we did that. I think I'm ready now. I'm crack my neck. Yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready to get everybody to get to know my story.
Stretch your fingers and your fingernails.
Yeah.
The fingernails definitely stretched out.
They stretch. They always stretch. Okay. But I do want I want people to tell people because this is a journey, and I'm going to be as transparent as possible. Tonight, I was really mediocre on the transparency, but I'm going to get really deep because I know that my story is going to help a young teenage mother who feels like she couldn't make it. I'm here to tell you that I was 5th in my class, sung valedictorian. I had a baby on the side and a baby in my stomach. Okay? So you can make it. Graduate from college, criminal psychology, you can make it. So do not believe like nothing in the world can stop you but you. Nothing in the world can stop you but you.
True.
Okay.
True.
So I don't know how much time we got, but listen, follow me at Sage.
We got 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes.
I need y'all.
Get it in.
Can you put me up there, Sage?
Yes,
Yukio, Marie Bleu.
Yes.
Follow me. I do inspirational videos. I am always speaking positivity. Now, sometimes you might catch me say on the down. That's because I'm having a moment. Maybe I had too many drinks or something like that. Alcohol probably got to me. I don't know. But follow me, and man, let's vibe. I want you to kick back, relax, sip on some wine, and just sit here with me, and and ask some questions because I am going to be transparent. We're gonna have a good time. Okay, we're gonna make this show do what it do, baby.
I'm gonna make it do what it do, baby.
We're definitely gonna do that. And as far as readings and stuff like that, I do those, so you would have to follow me on Instagram to actually book those. And I do a lot. I want to say this in the beginning. Are you okay? Do you need to?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So when I do my readings, I do a whole lot to prepare for them. So please do not book an appointment and then say you can't do it. Okay? It's not about the money. You will bless my ashe, which is my power and my blessing, by donation only. When you got somebody like that, that is true love. You do not pay for readings. I'm going to put that out there. It's about to make a lot of people mad and lose their money. But anyway, that's how that works. It's like a prophet. He gets paid by who? The church. Or not at all. Okay, he got a job to do. And that's what I'm here to do. I got a job to do. But don't be coming to me on no free reading stuff. Anyway. But yeah, I am your energy witch. I'm excited to be here. And y'all stay tuned to next week, man. We about to get it in. And again, YaleRadiocast.com. This is your girl Sage Marie Yukio Blue, your energy witch. Yeah. I don't know if that was... Yeah.